This is a weird way to do this.
Yeah, that's why I asked you.
Yeah.
It's good though. I like
It's
it.
different.
She's the topic of conversation here, so
Okay.
being stuck in the middle is good.
Stuck in the middle.
Can't
with
escape.
I don't know. I don't know what to think when our members and non-members ask questions like this. I don't know how to interpret the question. I don't know if it's an offensive question. Nothing's going to offend you, right? At
No,
this point in
at
your
this
training?
point, no.
Okay, well, the most popular question...
Jiu-jitsu will do that to you. It'll harden you.
Yeah.
It's true,
You
huh?
hear a lot of stuff.
Yeah, all right. Well, then out with it. The most popular question, and I will say that Mikey Lasagna is one of the people that asked this question. What kind of Asian are you?
I'm Chinese.
Oh, I thought they meant like, are you a nice Asian? Are you like a karate Asian? You're Chinese.
Yeah.
All right. 100%?
100%. As far as I know, yeah.
It's a pretty straightforward answer. It's almost like they could have asked you themselves. Second question. How long have you been training? I'm pretty sure they mean jiu-jitsu.
Around 7, 8 years, all mostly under Jake.
So you started when we were at... We
Clean.
don't say the name
Nope.
of that place. See what I did there? That was my edit. You started when we were on Plymouth Street.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were 14,
I was 14.
right?
Or
Okay.
just turned 13, 14, around there, yeah.
Okay, so how did a 14-year-old end up starting jiu-jitsu back then?
So I was...
Well, when you're Chinese, you do martial arts.
So I was overweight, and I started going to a gym out here with a personal trainer, and he was like, hey, I know some kids around your age you could beat up. And it turns out I actually went to middle school with them, and I was like, okay, cool, let's try it out. And then I started trying jiu-jitsu. I was not good at it. I sucked, and I didn't take it seriously by any means, and I stopped doing it for like 2 years.
So, literally, your trainer was like, there's some kids you can beat up. Does that sound fun?
Yeah.
And you were like, beating up kids sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
What a weird way to get someone into jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
We should try that.
They were just like, yeah, there's some boys around your age you'd probably beat up. And I was like, okay, cool, let's try it out. And then I liked it. It wasn't like amazingly fun. So I stopped for like 2 years.
Yeah. That facility sucked, I will say. It's what we had to deal with at the time, but not a great location, not a great actual mat space. There is something to that. The space that you're in can dictate the quality of what you're doing sometimes. And this was one of those scenarios where thin mat space, crappy mat space. We had a class going on before us where they'd turn the heater up and leave the room all sweaty and gross. It makes it less fun. And you took like 18 months off or something like that. Focused on fitness, finished out high school, and then started training again when we were at Future Fitness or Cooper? Cool. So came back when we were at Cooper, which was an upgrade on the mat space.
Oh,
We outgrew
16.
that. Yeah, 16. Ended up at Garden Highway, did well there,
Yep.
got your blue belt. Then Future Fitness, and now here.
Yep.
And somewhere in there you trained in Japan.
Yes. It was during the transition from Garden Highway to Future Fitness.
Okay, so...
Or, no, it was from Future Fitness to here. Because I helped you move to Future Fitness, but I didn't help you move here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So who did you train with in Japan?
I trained with Ivan Sakamoto. Sakamoto's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's a black belt. I think he's IBJJF's president. And his wife has been a black belt for like 15 years plus.
The name sounds very Japanese.
I think they're Brazilian-Japanese mix.
Nice. Well, yeah, you came back here looking good, so...
I trained mostly the gi in Okinawa.
Right on.
Yeah.
Brian, you got any commentary on that? Didn't think so. Brian just chopped down this tree.
He just came in. Here's a tree. Let's use it.
Yeah, if you're missing a
Bring
tree...
ornaments, bring lights, bring whatever you want to decorate it with.
Yeah. If you're missing a tree on Railroad Avenue, it was Brian. Just kidding. Okay, who are your favorite roles?
In Jiu-Jitsu? My
in
favorite...
Jiu-Jitsu? Hawaiian. Who are your favorite roles?
Spider.
As of late, my favorite roles have been Wyatt, because we're pretty evenly matched skill-wise, and he is stronger than me, but it is fun to try out new things.
How much stronger than you? Would you say marginally? Like
He's really
2 to 4% stronger than
Yeah, a whole 2%. No, he's a lot stronger than me.
Yeah.
But he doesn't use his strength, which is fun, and we get to do some fun, weird things that usually don't work, and it's nice.
Okay, you're experimenting.
Yeah, I get to experiment a lot with those.
Here's a theory. What if he is using 100% of his strength and he's just really weak?
Oh, I can't bench more than like 50 pounds, so that's sad.
Ooh. Rough.
I've been liking the guys who have been coming in cross training as well. They bring in a different look. I've been rolling with them a lot. They're like all 6 foot. So it's teaching me how to move differently with someone who's bigger. So that's been fun.
To be fair, just because, we like to flush this stuff out. Flush this stuff out? Flush this stuff out? What's the phrase?
Flesh out.
Flush it out?
Flesh.
That's
Flesh.
We like to flush it out?
Ooh.
Flush out is like, let's flush that out. Let's
detox.
flush out that riddance.
We're kind of detoxing this one. Okay, flush it out. All right, I like it. We're going to get to the bottom of this. The people that are cross-training, the ones that you like to train with, who are they?
They are from Ironworks.
They're not from...
And from both Ironworks and 10th Planet.
Okay, 10th Planet, Grass Valley?
Mm-hmm.
None of them are from Ground Up, Yuba City?
No.
Are any of them from GB, Yuba City?
No.
Darn. What about from Empire in Marysville?
No.
All of our favorite cross-training partners are coming from an hour plus away.
Yeah.
Wild. Any other favorite roles?
I like rolling with Jake, yes. But he beats me up, so it's not fun. I got a lot of bruises.
Yeah. How do you do in your role with Brian?
I caught him with some cool back takes the other day. I trapped his arm and I heard you go, whoa. So that was fun.
Caught or...
Hey, you were surprised.
Was it a charitable role?
Fun roll, good roll.
It was fun, but yeah. I didn't get a submission, but it was still a cool back take.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm constantly thinking like, oh, did that just that was cool and I haven't seen that. How did that manifest?
Yeah.
Dima's been bear and bellowing people to the back.
Dima's been throwing me across the mat.
Watched him do it 3 or 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
Just on Friday. And I was like, and it's working for him. To him, that's like manlying the jiu-jitsu part. Like he would not sit down. I'm like, hey, we're doing guard passing drills. He's like, no, I don't do this. And I'm like, you have to. He's like, no, this is stupid. I don't do.
I got him to work
Like, come on.
chokes, but he would not put his hooks in. He was just on his knees, just like, I will choke you like this. I will not sit on my butt.
Yeah, this is, I stand up, I throw you.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you will. But for today, we're going to start right here.
Yeah.
Like, dude, he's the best. Saw pictures of your last competition. How did it go? What was that like?
I had taken a year off of jiu-jitsu, moving to Japan, and I had gained a bunch of weight. So that competition was not fun for me. It was very nerve-wracking. I got back into jiu-jitsu maybe 2 months, and they're all like, yeah, do it. So I went in there, a 10-minute match, hadn't done serious jiu-jitsu in almost over a year, and I did win by heel hook. She was a very strong attacker. She was very good. She wasn't able to lock
This
down.
is an intermediate or?
This is blue belt.
Blue belt.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was 10-minute blue belt match. She wasn't able to lock any of her submissions down, and I was defending the entire time. And at the very end, I realized I was in a jiu-jitsu match. I don't compete a lot. I get in my head too much. But after 9 minutes, I realized, oh, I'm in a jiu-jitsu match. Let me do something. So I sat back for the heel hook, and she didn't tap. And then I pulled it even harder, and her ankle popped, and then she tapped. And I won after 9 minutes and won fight of the night because it was a full upset of I was supposed to lose.
Nice. Was this a points match?
No, it was submission only.
Okay.
And then her gym was the one putting it on, so it was like, oh, whoever was the aggressor. So even if I didn't get tapped out, she was the aggressor the entire time. She should have won, but I did.
This was in Japan?
Yeah, this was Okinawa.
I have a question.
Yes.
Did you go in this as a Chinese?
I went in as an American.
But okay. But there's animosity between Chinese and Japanese, also between American and Japanese. So did she know you're both an American and Chinese?
She was a pilot's wife. So
she was an American?
she was an American, yeah.
Okay.
I have gone against Japanese, and they assume I can speak Japanese, and then I tell them I can't, and then they usually ask me what kind of Asian I am, and I tell them, and then they go, "Do you know any other languages?"
Valid
besides
question,
English?"
Mikey.
Yeah, and then they ask me what other languages I know, and I tell them I only know English, and they look at me funny.
Okay.
You didn't make it over for Thanksgiving. I know you were part of the open invite, but my 92-year-old grandpa, who, you know him. You've met Skinny Deer. He knows a little bit of a lot of different languages. So she shows up, and it took about 45 seconds to a minute before he started speaking. I want to say to, but it was kind of at her in like broken Mandarin.
It was at me because she was talking to someone else, and then he just kind of looks at me and starts speaking. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't.
Dude, he was so stoked.
He was so stoked.
He was like, "Oh, I get to show off."
It's
Like
been
finally,
40 years since I used this.
yes. And he just out and proud, like laser focused, you know. And she's like, "Oh, I don't know what you're saying," you
I
know.
felt so bad.
You could see the look in his face, like he was like, "Well, I know what I'm saying,
And she
so
was
this
like,
is on you."
yeah.
It was like the user error. She's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, you know. So hilarious.
He was very sweet about it, though.
Yeah, he's the best. So, what is it like being a small person? That's all I put in my notes. That's there was more to that question though. I think it was what's it like being a small person at a jiu-jitsu class?
It's fine. Sometimes I'll tie up with a guy who's newer, and he will get very upset, and I can see it in his face that I am strong for my size. And I've had people in this gym even put the point of their elbow into my throat and push as hard as they can and still get tapped out by me and get very upset by that because I'm significantly smaller than them. They can easily pick me up.
Anybody on this board up here that we need to give special rounds to?
I'm not going to tell you who it is. It is what it is. I still tapped him out, but they call me out sometimes to prove that they can beat me up, and then when they can't, they get really upset and start doing really dirty tactics. And that's the only issue I ever have is when they do that. And then I just put them on a I'm not going to roll with you again list. Or I'm only going to roll with you when I feel 100%. Because they're actively trying to hurt me. And that's the only time I ever have an issue. But a lot of people like Jake, Brian, some of the guys who've cross-trained, they're really gentle. And not that they give me things.
Cross-trained from where?
Grass Valley.
And
From Grass Valley 10 Planet and Ironworks.
okay.
Yeah.
Not from anywhere in Yuba City or Marysville?
No.
Just wondering.
Yeah. So they're always really nice though. They don't let me get anything. They'll strength out of it. But they won't hurt me. They won't squeeze me until my ribs break. And that's the biggest thing for me is when I'm a smaller person, I don't like when people do that.
So, okay. This is interesting because I mean, I've ran into this kind of conversation with people before where when people come from, and I'm just taking a guess, I could be wrong. If I had to guess, the people that are putting the elbow in the throat probably trained somewhere else first, then end up here. If I had to guess, I could be totally wrong. I'm just going to guess. You don't have to confirm or deny. But when you get this thing in your head about the belt system, and you combine it with that thing that people like to say, which is like, no, women can like hold their own in jiu-jitsu, women and men go against each other, and they do, like we do. It's all about technique, it's all about skill. You end up with like white belts who just want to beat a purple belt. They don't care if they're small or big or male or female. They just want to be able to say, oh, I caught a purple belt today with neck crush submission, you know? And I have noticed that. I mean, I kind of call it out when I see it in here. It's few and far between. But you also have a very, you know, it's a good thing. You have a very aggressive style of jiu-jitsu. I think most people who've been here as long as you have a hyper-aggressive style of jiu-jitsu. Like, I'm going to throw you on the ground, and I'm going to make the position suck, then you're going to give me a submission. I'm going to take it home.
Yeah.
So I get it. I haven't recently been in... Oh, you know what? Actually, I was on Saturday. I think you got to see that round.
I did.
Dude, on Saturday, Julio came in. You remember Julio?
Yeah.
He's just bigger and stronger than ever and mustachy. And he came in here, and I'm sitting on Julio and tag him in this. Sitting right over there, just enjoying the end of an open mat. I just taught the fundamental class. I'm sitting there with Mike, and shout out to Mike, Hawaiian Mike, on the guitar. Sitting there
He's
with
listening.
Mike.
He listens.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Hi,
dude.
Mike.
Mike's the best.
I like
So
Mike.
sitting there with Mike, and I like to... His commentary on the rounds is, like, very sharp for just having started jiu-jitsu recently.
Oh, yeah.
So it's fun to sit there and listen. We're sitting there watching some rounds, and Julio comes over. And we've been kind of yelling at him across the mat a little bit, stretching and stuff. And he's like, he was asking if anyone would give him a warm-up round. No one will give him a warm-up round.
He's so tall.
Because of how you look, Julio.
He's
That's
huge.
why. And I'm like, yeah, all right, I got you. And I go out there, I like lay down, and he just like starts manhandling me, dude. And I'm like, this is total BS. Like, we end up all the way across the mat, and I can't remember who was watching. Someone was watching very closely, and I was like, I want to impress. And I swept him and put him into the dirtiest, deepest, darkest mount that I've had in a while. Had the shoulder like out of joint a little bit and started to get what felt like an armbar. Kind of let it go. Started to turn it more into like a Kimura side, crank a little bit. And then I kind of let that go and wrist locked him. And then I just set his hand on his head like this, and I said, "You're warm." It was Ethan.
It was Ethan.
Ethan was
Yeah.
watching the round, and I was like, Ethan got me all fired up. I'm like, I got to do something. So yeah, that was the equivalent of pushing the elbow down on the throat. Because in this case, it was like, he hasn't been training as long as me. I was his coach for a while, and he's like, let's get a warm-up round. And then I'm like, this guy's so much stronger and more conditioned than me right now. He's just like, ugh. So I get it. You can, that's very reactive of me. It was not a good, proud coach moment, but it was still kind of playful. It wasn't like, I wasn't just sitting there jamming like a thumb in his eye, or, you know what I mean?
Because you've done some things like that to me where you're like, hey, move, or I will make you move. But it's never to the point where it's damaging to my body in the sense of my throat into it. Like, the dead center right here. And if you're watching and shame on you. But,
Big shame.
I think there are a lot of new people in, and they still don't know.
he's never done it to anyone else. I've seen it. He doesn't do that to other people.
Dude, I can't
It happens to me a lot.
Of
Like I find elbows in my throat or like where they shouldn't be.
I don't mind like the forearm. It was the point of his elbow. He went right here in and pushed as hard as he can. I pushed it away. He put it right back. So it wasn't like he was holding me down. I'm fine with someone putting their forearm bar in my
You have
throat.
to tell me after, but this specifically happened to someone I rolled with just this
I'll
week.
tell you who it is, just not on camera.
I know you don't like to have to edit, but we're going to have to edit in. You've seen Horrible Bosses?
Say his name!
What?
That man you killed, you say his name.
He's like, you say his name! You say his name! Like, we're going to have to clip that in. Like, we have to.
Okay.
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I want to know, too. I'm trying to do the math in my head. But
They probably can't see that. Is this guy on the bottom row, third from the last?
Oh, this was before I turned purple belt.
Oh, okay.
This happened when I first came back in August.
Okay.
whoa.
Yeah, this wasn't even when I was a purple belt.
Dang, dude. We hadn't fleshed out all of our idiots yet.
And it wasn't at your class, it was at a Tuesday, Thursday class.
It's all right. Still my gym.
Yeah, still you do.
What's your favorite position in jiu-jitsu?
Nice pause.
On that
Great
one, they
pause.
clarified. They're like, "What's your favorite position in jiu-jitsu?" Like, come on,
Thanks.
come on, Mikey, lasagna.
Thanks for the clarification. No, I really like mount and back take.
Okay, back take, like back control.
Yeah.
Or there's like
Just-
a transition you like.
Just back control. I really like going from mount to back control though, because as a smaller person, I get bucked off pretty easily. Unless I get high mount really fast, but if someone's arms are stronger, I'm not going to be able to get super high on mount. So I like when they turn to the side and I can sweep into back take and any kind of back control. I like that a lot.
Yeah, you have a good high mount into a triangle that surprises a lot of people.
That's my favorite move.
A lot of people let you do it thinking they're going to get out, and they don't. But that transitions to the back takes a lot, I've noticed, when you roll, because people, they kind of freak out and they turtle up. That's a straightforward answer. Hey, Brian, what's your favorite position in jiu-jitsu?
I like side control.
Really?
Yeah.
Bottom?
Sometimes, yes. Actually, yeah. If I'm in bottom side, I'm hanging out there, not so worried about what's gonna.
You're like
next.
recouping?
No, I'm not worried. I can sweep from there pretty good. So.
Yeah, you have a lot of sweeps in there.
Yeah.
Who got subbed from bottom side against Cooper at the last Sublux submission series? Cooper hit a goth lock
Ooh.
from bottom side.
He rolled with like 3 people.
Yeah, he did. Cooper's the man. He did. He hit a goth lock from bottom side. That was really nice. I have to go back and figure it out. What are your favorite jiu-jitsu moves?
Triangle and triangle armbar and then triangle key lock. So my favorite moves all stem from the triangle. Specifically the mounted triangle. That's my favorite. Whenever I can't get the full... Once I lock it up, I like going for arm bars and key locks where you take the elbow and twist it. Because no one ever expects it. They think when their arm's fully on the other side, it's safe because they have space between their neck and their shoulder. So that's when I start taking their arm, trying to bend it the wrong way. I really like those because those are also very unexpected. I got Mike with it, and he was like, "Whoa, what was that?"
Hawaiian Mike?
Yeah,
with the
I got
guitar?
Hawaiian Mike with it
Nice.
last time we rolled, and he was in awe with how I bent his elbow the wrong way when he thought he was safe.
He appreciates a good submission.
Yeah, he was. It felt good. I've never had someone that enthusiastic about me tapping them pretty hard.
He got his first armbar like a month and a half ago, and now every time I watch, he's rolling more intelligently.
Yeah.
It's good.
He has good armbar setups. I
Um,
just didn't let him get it.
did you visit Nagasaki, and how many two-headed dogs are there in Japan?
You don't see a lot of dogs in Japan, and
That question's from the creature.
oh, I didn't visit Nagasaki. I've only been to Tokyo and Osaka, and then Okinawa, which is a separate island, and I've never seen a two-headed dog.
Fair.
Can't add much to that one.
No. I don't think I've ever seen a two-headed dog. Is there such thing as a two-headed dog? There's really only one way to find out, but I'm going to Google it later. So, those were the only appropriate questions on the Instagram.
Appropriate?
Yeah, people go ham on the question button. It's like, hey, leave a comment, like and subscribe. 1 like, no comments. Maybe one of the coaches subscribed that accidentally unsubscribed the week before. And then you post do you have any questions for Annalee? And it's like, then you got to filter out the ones that you can actually ask. And there's this many.
I need to know these ones and who sent them.
Maybe. I should start screenshotting and selling these guys out. But then we'll get fewer questions. So
That's why you don't sell them out. You just...
we got some rank questions in there last week. And we even answered them, but then had to edit.
Hey, just ask them and then we'll just cut it all out.
So far, we don't have to edit anything out of today's podcast, which is good.
Yeah.
I'd say it was mostly positive. And if anything, we're just going to add that little clip of Charlie Day so I don't seem ridiculous, because I swear it's in that movie. Which is, if you haven't seen Horrible Bosses, I think it's like
I can throw a question in there. How has the kids program changed from when you left and started teaching the kids program to now being a major part of it?
That is a good question. When I first started it, it was very nerve-wracking. I was a relatively new blue belt, and I was working off of someone else's curriculum mostly, but I did take over it for about 6 months, and when at the very beginning. It was a lot of fun. It was very tight-knit, and I was able to connect with the kids a lot more.
How many kids were there, and what was the schedule like?
There was only like less than 10 consistent ones. So I was able to really connect with the kids and the parents, where I kind of overstepped the friendship, I think, where they started liking me more than just a coach and like a friend. And I think I've worked on that a lot, where I now keep it more distant of, hey, I'm your coach. I will be nice to you outside of it, but I'm not like your friend. So I've learned how to like keep that. The schedule was a lot more...
Like it was one kids class, right?
It was like one.
So you're 5 and you're 10.
Yeah.
In the same.
There's only one kids class, and it was pretty easy to manage though, because again, there was only like 15 at the most ever there.
That was a big
And
day.
it was a lot of games because, again, we didn't really have a curriculum. It was the very start. We never taught kids under Jake then, that I know of. And so it was a lot of fun. I like the curriculum now.
Did you ever know why we started doing kids class at Future like that? All right, because we didn't really tell anybody, but
I just
um,
did it.
yeah, we went and like we were hearing some crazy stuff from the parents that we had that trained jujitsu, like our core crew. They'd be like, "Hey, I took my kid and signed him up at this jujitsu gym, like in the mall, or this jujitsu gym, GB whatever. Like I signed my kid up, and here's a video of what they're doing." And I would look and be like, it'd be some horrendous something, dude. Like one person, like a 15-year-old kid with like 30 kids in this babysitting style like environment, and it just like I don't want to say it didn't make like my heart sink or anything, but it made me feel gross about jujitsu and gross about jujitsu in Yuba City, which is kind of like the whole reason that I opened up my spot anyway, because jujitsu in Yuba City is good. It just got a bad reputation because of some of the gyms here and the way they operated and split and operated and split and operated and split. So we've been here like, you know, growing our culture and hoping it spreads a little bit. And jiu-jitsu right now in Yuba City is pretty good. You can go to any of the gyms and have a good jiu-jitsu experience. But the stuff that we were seeing with the kids program was like, all right, that's it. And Brian and I talked, and we launched a free kids class. Like, it was totally free. And the whole point was, we'd rather not have any money from this, but we want your kids to learn jiu-jitsu. You know, even if it's from, no offense, like a couple of our blue belts.
Yeah, it was two blue belts leading the class.
Yep, yeah, you and Logan.
Shout out Logan.
Yeah, where is he?
Miss you, bro.
I see him see our stories when I look at metrics sometimes, but he never comes in. But his dad came in. Like,
Dude, he's like...
Isn't he in the military?
He's like deployed or something.
He does.
I'm going to have to follow
He's
people
like training
better.
for a special ops.
I'm going to have
or
to follow
something.
people better, man. I don't know who's doing what.
That's
but
why-
yeah,
yeah.
Logan, man, miss him. He was getting so good at the end, too. So, anyway, started the free kids classes.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, and then it kind of became like, by the time we moved over here,
I had left.
And then
Japan
you were
at this
gone
point, yeah.
for
a year.
a year and a half.
Yeah, I left.
And then you came back.
Yep.
And then what?
And then
You walk in, you see kids classroom, and you think what?
I asked Jake ahead of time, hey, can I ever just come in and help out? And then I ended up moving back here to finish school. So Mike and I talked. He's like, yeah, if you ever want to just take it back over, you can.
not Hawaiian guitar.
Not Hawaiian guitar Mike.
Muay Thai Mike.
Punchy kicky Mike.
Mike Prosser.
Yes.
Man.
That's his name in my phone, Punchy kicky guy.
That's good.
But yeah, and he was like, yeah. And then I slowly started doing more, and then I started missing it a lot. So I just started taking classes and going to every single one as much as I can. And now I'm going to be here for as long as I can be, as every single kids class. We just started TOTS. I enjoy that.
We rebooted Tots.
Yeah, rebooted TOTS.
Tots was a little much when Brian and I kicked it off, 6 months ago?
Summer?
How far did I make it? It was free, by the way. We made it free. We didn't charge for Tots, I don't think, till a couple weeks in?
Yeah.
When I was like,
There
Brian...
was a lot of kids that were just hanging out there.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe half of them were paid and half weren't. We were trying to figure out who should come to this and who shouldn't. Like 3-year-olds. We had a couple too many come in where we find out that they're in a diaper or something, which then leaves us sanitizing all of our mats.
Gotta be potty trained.
Potty trained, sanitary, able to follow basic human direction. It's not the kind of thing that the head coach is doing. I started doing it because I don't even remember why, dude. I think we had some little tinies that were slowing down the little kids class a little, to be honest. So we started doing it. Then the best thing ever happened. We put our schedule out for TOTS, and this is so crazy, the timing. Just total coincidence, all right? The gym down the street closest to us, shout out GB Yuba City, they launched a TOTS class during the same exact days, and get this, same exact times.
we have a weird time, too.
It's crazy. So, I was teaching a class in here one day and was just like, this isn't for me. I don't know what one of the kids did. We had a kid do something, dude, and I was like, I'm not doing this. This is crazy. And also, like, you shouldn't be trading, like, parents shouldn't be trading their money for what's going on right now, is how I felt about it. I was like, I'm not giving them anything. They're not getting anything out of it. I was trying to do it all on my own. I'm like, go to GB. Like, we sent all of our tots to GB. We're like, they have a tots program. It's at the exact same time, same days. It's 0.3 miles that way. But then you came back, and we had added so many kids, and I'm like watching you with the kids, and watching Emily with the kids, and Mike, and we've got 15 plus assistant coaches out there, which is crazy.
Yeah, little.
Yeah, some of the big kids and some of the bigger little kids helping. And I was like, let's try tots again, and let's do an actual curriculum. Let's have smaller goals. So, like, the first class was just how to line up on the wall. You know, we did that for like 3 to 5 minutes.
They loved it.
Yeah, we kept sprinkling it in throughout warm-ups and stuff. It was awesome. Pay for that. Like, parents, pay for that. That's a great class. And we've got Annalee there to head it up, you know, when I get all frustrated and want to punt a kid through the window.
The tots now, they're cute.
Yeah.
And we have enough coaches per group because there's only a few tots. But
Dude, Conrad was at Open Mat.
yeah, Conrad and Charlie came to Open Mat.
Uh-huh.
They've been coming the last few weeks.
So, like, you've seen Total Recall?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got Conrad. I have a video of this. I got Conrad, and I balled him up from a back take, and I held him in like this, and I squished him down, and I poked him. I'm like, squish your eye, bro. Conrad's 4 years old. So he's like sitting there like this, and I'm like, okay, really high pitch, Conrad. Say, open your mind. Bro, he did it, and it's hilarious. I had a little Kuado, just like, open your mind.
And they like kind of look alike, so it definitely looked like it could have been. his
Wow.
child.
Oh, no. He and I look
Yes,
like... Okay, I thought she was
Kuado.
like, oh, Conrad looks like the Kuado. I'm like, oh my gosh.
You and your little Quado looked alike.
Yeah, dude, he's the best. Charlie's also the best,
Yeah.
but
I think the
super
smaller.
fun. I get behind Charlie all the time, and I grab his hands.
You mean Conrad?
Conrad, and then I go up to the other kids, and I foot sweep them. Dude, it's the greatest thing.
They just
Like,
kind of
yeah.
fall right down.
Yeah, and even though, so like they do great in the little kids class, like they do fantastic, but thankfully they've been coming also to the tots class, which is also part of what's making it more worth doing this second time around. But yeah, things changed a lot while you were over in Japan. We got like pretty serious about what we're doing here.
We got a full kids roster on that.
Yeah, there's 120 something kids.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's funny too, because like I don't know, I couldn't write down like 120 people, but I could write down every kid's name. They're so much easier to remember, their little personalities and
Oh
stuff.
my gosh, I know almost all the kids' names. I'm still getting there because I've only been doing this a little bit. But an adult walks in and I'm like, I'm sorry for the 5th time, I don't know your name. But then their kid comes in, I'm like, oh, I know theirs.
Yeah, they're like, I'm Dan.
I'm like, okay.
3 letters.
And I know your kid's name, which is
I told a parent the other day, I'm like, I am so sorry. Like, you know, this, and this about your son. He's killing it. Awesome. But I forgot your name. And he's like, Jacob. I'm like, oh.
it's your name.
I'm like, right. We have the same name.
Yeah.
I
feel so bad because I'll talk to them, I'll meet them and the parents, and then I can't remember the name, but I know their kids' names, and that's about it.
Yeah. Well, I know Annalee pretty well, so I don't really have any questions. Well, you know what? Maybe I do.
Oh, I'm scared.
So you've been years ago, but you came down to Victory. You know what that's like. The roots. You've worked with Craig a bunch of times, with Raul, with Bram, some of the key people down there. And then you were in Japan, and now you've been here. And I think while you've been here, you have trained at a couple of other gyms, just one?
I've gone to GB and 10th Planet Grass Valley.
Nice. So, like, objectively speaking, what were each of those experiences like? Well, okay, have you been to 10th Planet outside of when I'm teaching a class there?
No, I've only been once.
Well, could still talk about it. What are the cultures like at those gyms? Are those places you like to train?
I liked 10th Planet Grass Valley. It was fun. None of the girls rolled with me, which was a little discouraging, but I did roll with one of their bigger guys, which, again, he didn't hurt me. He didn't give me anything, but he also let me work, and he got to see how someone smaller and faster got to move, and it was honestly very beneficial for both of us. I rolled with their head coach Brandon. I love
Nice.
him.
Yeah,
He
he's
had me
awesome.
working seated guard, and then he went, "Well, I'm gonna pass your blue belt side because I have a bad side and I have a good side." And I'm like, I don't have a bad side. Oh, I have a really bad side.
That's a Brandon thing to say.
Yeah, he was
Shout
like,
out to Brandon.
I'm gonna do your
That's
bad
so
blue
good.
belt side. That was hilarious.
That's so good.
And then I realized, yeah, that is my blue belt side. That side sucks. That was fun.
Dang, there were girls there too.
Yeah,
'Cause
they
there
didn't
were a
roll with me.
couple. Oh, did you ask them?
No, I was about to, and then they've just left.
You gotta ask.
I was going to. Brandon grabbed me, and they were rolling with someone else. So then when I went to go over there, she was leaving. She left after
Well,
like 2 rounds.
next time ask
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah, I will.
Because I'm sure they're also super cool.
Yeah.
Like I'm
I was
assuming.
I was so sad that I didn't get to, but they started rolling with I think Caitlin and Emily right away.
Oh,
And
gotcha.
so then, because they were partnered together.
Nice.
And then I was just sitting there, so Brandon asked me, and then by the time Brandon and I were done, they were leaving. So it wasn't anyone's fault, it didn't work out.
I like that gym a lot.
I do too. It
It's
was
worth
nice.
it's worth the drive. You
Yeah.
know, and Brandon,
And there's a Mexican spot right next to it, so you can get food.
Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't get any food there, but it smelled good.
You smiling over there?
Mexican food after Jits is much better than our neighbor, what they offer.
Yeah, it's either of our neighbors really,
Yep.
unless you need your computer repaired, in which case
Or your
that is a good
Shih Tzu
service.
groomed.
If you need a dog groomed, there's a dog groomer. Yeah.
Okay.
What is
Is a Shih Tzu an Asian breed of dog?
I don't. Probably.
we're gonna have to Google it.
I think so. The spelling.
I would say
TZHU.
Oh.
SHIHTZU.
A lot of hutsus.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it is. What is it like?
Where else?
I've gone to open mat at GB once with one of our other purple belts, Wyatt,
Nice.
and that was fun. I got to roll with a few of the black belts there. It was interesting. And then I went to one of their classes and all gi because in Okinawa I trained a lot of gi and I kind of miss it, but I didn't really gain a lot of gi knowledge there. It was more just like I enjoyed the rolling because I like rolling gi every once in a while because I did it for over a year and I got really good at it. I started tapping purple belts and black or brown belts in the gi.
Nice.
And every single blue belt that I would roll with after about 4 months of truly I was matching with, and then towards the very end I was rolling through any gym that came to us in a blue belt. I was rolling through them in the gi.
Have you trained gi here at all?
Here, when I first got my blue belt, you made me put the gi on, and that was the first time I ever put the gi on. And then, I always bring my gi. My gi's always in my car. It's always washed in my car. So whenever anyone brings their gi, I like to roll with them. It's not very often, but
Yeah, there's after blue belt, at least for me, as much as I do not like being in a gi. There's always going to be a before and an after smash, just to make sure you're holding your own at that belt level, and then also to like demolish you and remind you like that I still have a sick gi game.
yeah.
Um,
There's also a size difference though.
yeah, that makes a big difference.
I think it
Grip
makes a-
strength,
yeah.
size difference.
I think it makes a bigger difference in the gi than no gi.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, going both ways.
Yeah.
Like if you gain a technical advantage in the gi, then it starts to overcome that weight strength advantage pretty quickly versus no gi.
Wait, so strength differences are more pronounced in the gi than in no gi?
I think it's a double. I think that
Yeah.
if you are stronger and you have deeper technical knowledge and you can apply it, that you're gonna smash someone way harder. At least that's how I feel when I do put
Because
on
you
the
can't
gi.
like wiggle away.
You can't slip out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
That
Yeah.
you have to actively break grip. So if someone has a stronger grip than me, even if I can like my grip's gonna break before theirs usually because I'm not very strong with my grips.
Even like lately, what I've been trying to do, and this isn't a lot, especially since I don't go like out of my way, other than if it's up to precision, to roll with Liz, train with Liz and her crew up there. They're well worth the drive. Like, unless it's something like that, I don't really go out of my way to train gi. But I have noticed that even when I try to pretend like I'll just pretend, I'll be like, for this round, I'm gonna pretend like I'm not wearing a gi, and I will hit, especially straight ankles, so much harder, because it's like you're not getting your leg out of there. when in no-gi, people slip out, so you're used to putting it on a certain way. Then in the gi, it's like, oh, your leg is mine all day long. Makes a difference. But yeah, I think if there's a difference in skill, and it's compounded by strength, then being in the gi makes that even more
sucks.
obvious than no gi. Who knows? I know nothing. It's just the tip of the iceberg for me, I think, here at year 17 of full-time jiu-jitsu. But yeah, I don't know. That's cool though. Cross-training is where it's at. Like, no matter what. Even if you leave this gym and you go cross-train at a far inferior gym and you just beat everybody's ass and you're smoking their black belts or whatever, gi no gi, it lets you know that what you're learning and practicing here is working.
That was one thing that was crazy, was in Okinawa, everyone said my pressure was unmatched. The pressure I learned here was unmatched because we don't let up. You taught me that. When you have pressure on top, don't let up. No one could get out from under my pressure.
Nice. And that's going from no gi to gi.
Yeah.
So that's a cool translation.
And it translated beautifully once I figured out the grips.
Yeah. On the flip side, like when Wyatt and I, or when he was meeting me up at Precision, it's like, if you're going, you're in a room full of 10 legit black belts, like actual black belts with a skill and performance that matches the belt they're wearing, not an attendance-based, you have been to 400 classes, here's your black belt with your name sewn on it, good job. You're going against these guys, and Wyatt is like, whoa, I'm beating some people with this, and it's working. I'm losing to some people, and it seems to always be this. I need to correct that. You have to go to a gym that's like got superior training partners, and you have to go to a gym eventually that has inferior training partners, whatever. No gyms are going to be exactly the same. I mean, that's why I still will go down to Victory to get smashed and to smash. Especially since the people that are there, like, they're always there. It lets me know exactly where I'm at. Am I losing skill? Am I gaining skill? Like, the feedback's awesome.
Even just one day in Victory will tell you so much. You learn so much.
Yeah, those, like, between Craig's class and an open mat, if you get there on a Friday, you do Craig's class in the morning, hang out, and then go to that Saturday morning or Sunday morning open mat, or both. It's a lot.
And you learn so much. I remember I've been there twice now, and I still use the things I learned there 2, 3, 4 years ago. I still use them to this day, and I've perfected them a little more. Obviously, they're not perfect, but refined. That's the word. I've refined them more.
Nice. Yeah, that's your job. You're, purple belt. You're refining the things you learned at blue belt.
It's so interesting seeing the difference of how I think, though, as a purple belt versus a blue belt. When I was towards the end of my blue belt, I was like, wow, I'm thinking about things significantly different. I can feel the fact that I'm trying to test things out now. Before I was just like, oh, if this works, I'm going to use it. Now I'm actually trying to see why it works, how it works, and how I can change it to make it better, and what not to do to make it worse.
Nice.
It's a lot different, and I didn't realize how big of a difference it would be.
You cross-train it all over there, buddy?
Not lately. 10P I went up there. This year, Victory. I think we went once or twice earlier this year in 10 Planet.
We drove down to Victory in a 1966 Mustang that was before I really put any work into it. It was like, just got it running good enough, and it was summertime. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we lost 14 pounds, I think, together on the way down there. Yeah, that was wild, dude. Super fun. We got to get back down there sooner than later, for sure. But yeah, the cross-training around here is unfortunately totally dead. So our gym is free this whole month to GB Yuba City, which is even sitting right here in our gym right now. We could run to the front door of GB Yuba City in probably less than 4 minutes or something like that.
I'm not that fast.
No? I'm that fast.
I'm not.
It's right there.
I can't run.
In a gi, I could get there, I think, in 4 minutes. It's right there.
I'm 6.
I could butt scoot there in probably 18 minutes, I think. Okay?
Why is butt scoot part of
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's free all month. We're not doing sign-ups. We're not charging money. You don't have to bring water bottles or anything. Bring
What
your
days?
gis. The free days for GB are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
Every class on there. Kids, adults, Muay Thai, jiujitsu, women's self-defense, women's kickboxing. Totally free.
And we do have stocked fridge. I stocked it twice this month. Or twice this week.
Gracias. Yeah. So anyway, Ground Up was last month. Weird crew, man. I'm just gonna say it. Like, at least I should say that compared to what I'm used to. It's weird. I like playful, fun jiu-jitsu. It's not that deep unless you're doing it at the high professional level. Then you can have beefs or whatever. But when you live in a town of 60,000 people and only 0.5% of the population even knows how to say the word jiu-jitsu, it's like not that deep, So
Just having fun.
just having fun. Yeah, just having fun. And then we have a community-wide open mat every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night at 8. Highly recommend bringing your gi for that. Those are the few times you will see me in a gi. Staying sharp. So, yeah. You have any questions for either of us or the great people of Instagram, including Mikey? Is it
Pasta lasagna?
Pasta lasagna? Is that how you pronounce it?
Pasta lasagna?
Pasta lasagna. Mikey Pasta lasagna. We finally figured out how to say his name. You know he trained here?
He did.
Yeah. He trained here. Did you know that? I know I'd seen him around. So, love you, Mikey.
I think he's coming back for Christmas.
Yeah, we'll see you for Christmas.
He's starting his butt scooting now from Colorado.
I called him out and he told me to shut up. I was like,
Whoa.
aren't you a guard follower now? He goes, shut up. I am not.
Yeah, he pulls guard hard, from what I understand.
He got so defensive when I said that.
Well, it's a defensive tactic for sure. So
Sitting on your butt, scooting towards people.
we should, yeah. And it's weird because I think he used to, he either used to do like play wrestling or flag football or something like that, where you're on your feet. I can't remember. I'm sure he can correct us.
Correct us in the comments.
Maybe we'll have him on the pod. Maybe. All right. Well,
Bring the
I don't have any
lasagna and we
questions.
have you on the pod.
yeah, that'd be great. All right. I guess we'll see you guys next week.